Trigger warning, today we're going to be discussing Meghan Markle and why everybody hates her so much.
I love to cook. I just always have wanted to take things to another level. And I thought, I'm going to go to cooking school and bring really great chefs to me.
As we can see here, Proper Wiseguy did an entire video talking about how Meghan Markle plagiarized her entire show with Love Meghan from Pamela Anderson's show. And he's not the only one. I've seen over 80,000 other clips and videos being done about this same exact thing. However, when you see both trailers side by side, or both episodes of each show side by side, it's very hard to dispel or to even argue with the fact that this clearly looks like it's plagiarized. So here's the thing. Pamela Anderson's trailer came out in late of 2023. Now her show, Pamela Anderson Cooking with Love, she invites different chefs to come to her Vancouver Island property. Now this doesn't air on the Food Network Canada until February 24th of 2025. Could this be the real reason why Meghan Markle wanted to push back the date of her show into a later date, using the LA wildfires as an excuse to do such? To me, there is absolutely no coincidence there why that happened, but I think maybe in her little mind she thought because it's going to be airing on a Canadian show that people watching Netflix, USA Netflix, maybe wouldn't realize or pick up. But you know, hey, internet sleuths are going to pick up on everything, especially people that are royal family aficionados and love to get royal family news. So what is it that really makes Meghan Markle so hated around the world? What is it? Why is it that every single thing that she does or does not do or tries to launch or rebrand or attend or take part in, why is it always picked apart, nitpicked at? All the semantics and the microanalysis comes out with all the content creators, with all the journalists, anybody that's in Britain or the 54 Commonwealth nations, including Britain. What is it that everybody finds so disgusting and deplorable and heinous about Meghan Markle that they just absolutely hate her and everything she touches fails? What is it? What is it? Well, we can start off with one thing. People have speculated and shown their own proof in their own videos and their own content that Meghan Markle literally clawed her way to Prince Harry. All of which started with being sponsored for the Soho House in London so she can then become a member and become closer to him. Of course, everybody picked up on this. It's very well documented exactly who, where, when, why, how she got to meet Prince Harry. And then there is the very quick engagement, which of course everybody around the world was rooting for Prince Harry. He was very beloved. He was one of the most popular members of the British royal family. A lot of people around the world, myself included, had no idea that she was mixed race, had no idea until we learned that her mother was a very light-skinned African-American woman. A lot of Meghan Markle's loudest critics happen to be Caucasian. However, not all of them are. And this is why it's largely speculated that people are jealous. They are jealous of her. They are jealous of her mixed race, her heritage. But Meghan Markle herself claimed on her own driver's license, her own passport, on her own resumes that she herself was Caucasian. Even if she is 1/4 or 1/2 African American, you certainly cannot tell because she certainly looks very Caucasian, cookie cutter British Caucasian. She certainly passes for a whole-blooded Caucasian European.
Obviously now people are very aware of my race because they made it such an issue when I went to the UK, but before that, most people didn't treat me like a black woman.
And that is very subjective of Rachel Meghan Markle to say that, because she is not a black woman and she is not a white woman. She is technically biracial, which is fine. But by looking at her, nobody would know any different. You would assume that the color of her skin, that she is just Caucasian. And she allowed people to believe that by claiming only Caucasian. Meghan Markle did not align herself with her African American culture. But when she came to be with Harry, she started doing such because she knows that Africa has a very, very, very big part of Harry's heart. But people around the world really started questioning how much Meghan Markle or Prince Harry really do love Africa if they're willing to stay silent on the fact that so many African women were being sexually assaulted by rangers in Africa, where Prince Harry sits on the board as president of the African parks. So people worldwide realized that Meghan Markle was very quick to claim her mixed race heritage while she was living in Britain. However, she and her husband decided to stay very silent when real African women were being harmed. And this is when Prince Harry not only should have resigned and recused himself, he should have been the loudest and the most vocal about all of the assaults of those women by the African park rangers. A lot of people say that she still was with her vegan chef boyfriend of over 4.5 years in Vancouver when she met Harry. So she technically had cheated on her long-term live-in boyfriend. There is a lot of speculation over the wedding and what her family has come forward and has spoken about since the wedding, including her father and the whole scandal that surrounded the letter that she sent to him. There are the documentaries that her father, her sister, and brother have done speaking their truth. There is the way she cuts her niece completely out of her life and then only brings her back when she needs her for a Netflix show. The whole Oprah interview trying to suggest that somebody in the royal family is racist, just to have Harry later deny it twice on 60 Minutes and in another interview. And there is the clear plagiarism of every single thing that Princess Diana ever did in her life, including wearing her same perfume to manipulate her youngest son Harry into falling in love with her, which, if true, is extremely creepy and weird. But that all goes to why everybody thinks that Rachel Meghan Markle is a narcissist and why she is one of the world's most hated human beings. There is the clear plagiarism of everything Catherine, Princess of Wales does, including her outfits. There is the clear motivation to do everything for her, herself, and her. Essentially using the British royal family and Prince Harry to garner herself more fame, money, wealth, and attention. There is a clear lack of any real substance or any real identity when it comes to Rachel Meghan Markle. So what is it specifically with this new show, with Love Meghan on Netflix, that everybody has got their panties in a bunch about? Some even saying that this is just further proof that she doesn't have any real identity, that she keeps having to plagiarize, copycat, mimic, project other people's personalities. Not just Pamela Anderson, but also trying to copy and rebrand herself as a modern day Martha Stewart. One that we never needed and did not ask for, by the way. Then there is starting brands and never actually putting anything out. American Riviera Orchard. Yeah, that's nothing but an empty website and a dead Instagram with no product. Then there is this whole new thing called As Ever. And the problem with As Ever is that everybody has noticed something about it, besides the Netflix series being nothing but her trying to market, advertise, and promote her products for her new company and really using that as a platform to launch As Ever. There's the products itself that are very problematic. So let's dive into why people think that she is such a narcissist and why is that word so closely associated with Rachel Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex. When looking at narcissism, specifically in middle-aged females, they have a poor adaptation to stress and adversity. They exploit others and oftentimes dress that up or disguise that as altruism or humanitarian work. They are arrogant. They lack empathy. They have a deep-seated need for admiration constantly. They are envious of other people, and you'll often see that when their mask slips. They have difficulty handling criticism. They have relationship problems. They have emotional and behavioral problems. They have stress and change problems. They have a fear of failure. They have a fear of being exposed above and first and foremost anything else. They have a history of violence. They have poor emotional and verbal regulation, which is opposite on camera or exposed on the world stage. They oftentimes feel very comfortable making false allegations of abuse. They will withhold love and intimacy to control their partner. They often exploit their motherhood and use their children to their benefit. They have problems with authority and oftentimes will lie to authoritative figures. So let's take a deeper, harder look at As Ever and the brand that she just launched with the help of Netflix and the Netflix series with Love Meghan, where she largely uses her items. Let's see what she's selling. And let's compare that to other brands like Royal Jam. And then we can even look at things like the Royal Collection Trust Shop, where King Charles III has luxury jams and preserves, as well as honey dippers and other kinds of preserves, marmalades, jams, and jellies. He also has Highgrove, his property. They also sell lots of different things like pure honeycomb and other jellies, jams, preserves, marmalades, and spreads that you can buy and enjoy. And it even tells you that all the proceeds go to charity, as well as most of his garden fruits and vegetables are donated annually to soup kitchens, to the impoverished, to charities, local restaurants, etc., for those in need.
That thing that you just can't put your finger on that Kate has that Meghan doesn't, you're talking about her white skin. We are parroting things that are relayed to us by the press. And for the press, this comment has always meant Kate looks like what I think a princess should look like and Meghan doesn't. I'm not saying that commenting things like this makes you a racist, but comments like this are rooted in racism.
See, every time somebody talks about Meghan Markle's skin color or is defending her for her skin color, it is always a white person, and I do not find that to be coincidental. It is no secret that African American women like Candace Owens or Edina, that they are very openly anti-Meghan Markle, and that has to come down to exactly one thing and one thing only. And that's not just the narcissism. It comes down to the words, the actions, the choices, and the behaviors of Rachel Meghan Markle herself. And as you can see, people have even gone above and beyond to prove that Meghan Markle is really the same exact skin color as Princess Kate. She's the same exact skin color, but she has a slightly more red tint, whereas Princess Kate has a slightly more yellow tint. But then she also plagiarizes the exact wedding dress of a real African American princess.
Meghan Markle is truly one of the most dangerous public figures on the world stage at the moment. She needs to be stopped.
Someone that everyone thinks is a sociopathic narcissist.
She has been called a narcissist many times.
She's a narcissist.
She is a narcissist of the highest order.
The world can now see Harry and Meghan for what I've known they are for some time. Narcissistic egotists.
These two are insane narcissists.
Narcissistic isn't a big enough word.
Meghan Markle is a sociopath.
She is a malignant narcissist. She's also a sociopath.
I'm gagging on the narcissism.
That gives you some idea of the scale of the Netflix narcissist.
My daughter's been a princess since the day she was born.
It's really cute and endearing until you realize that Meghan Markle completely usurped her friend's birthday party and took over the entire thing. There is the way that she treated her ex-husband and ex-boyfriend of 4.5 years, the way that she social climbed her way into British high society, into the British royal family, and became the wife of Prince Harry, with Harry having been one of the most beloved and most popular members of the British royal family. Many people believe that he deserved to have a better wife. It's in my own personal opinion that they are a happy little family, that he has the fundamental basic human right to choose whoever he wants for a wife, whether or not he's making a mistake. That's up to him to make. But is that really what is behind everybody being so jealous and hateful and envious of Rachel Meghan Markle? I don't think it's that at all. I think it's her actions, words, choices, behaviors, and the fact that people have caught her in so many lies. I also think that people around the world have realized she is the exact opposite of Princess Diana. She was raw. She was real. She was unapologetically herself. She did not hide her emotions. And we all relate to that. We all relate to not being able to control your emotions at times and your reaction, thoughts, and feelings to things. But she certainly made the best of it. And she did it on behalf of other people, trying to genuinely make the world a better place, giving back, bringing attention to causes. That's what really drove her. And that is what made her such a beloved human being.
Get out. Uncle, make it end. Make it end. What is this? Meghan Markle. Why does she struggle so much with humanity?
With Rachel, it just seems to be money driven, brand driven, buy my stuff driven. And people have the opposite feeling from her. They feel like they are being used to buy her products. And people worldwide have that one thing in common. They do not like being taken advantage of or lied to by celebrities, royal family members, public figures, etc. And I think this is always going to be a problem for Meghan Markle until she genuinely finds out who she really is and she's ready to be transparent and honest with the whole world about who she is. You cannot accept somebody for who they are until they are showing you who they really are. So I think that's a really huge problem for her. People also are going to not take kindly to launching an entire Netflix series just to get us to buy her products and to trick us into doing it. You tell me what you think down in the comments below. Have a great night, everybody. And don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and share.